I was getting my daily dose of local ads on Kijiji, which is the Mercari or the Craigslist for Canada. I stumbled on ads with multiple items for sale. There was a GTX 560 Ti, GTX 265 and other PC parts. What I was interested in was a small laptop he had in his ad. So I just messaged a guy called Bonzo, asked him if the notebook is still available. And before I asked him how much for it, he just replied to me that everything is still available. I can have everything for free because he's moving out, and to come get it all before he move, or he will drop everything to a thrift store. And if I want also his other stuff, I right away scheduled a meetup with him downtown to get everything. I quickly browsed the stuff in the boxes, some nice boxes in that box. I hope that's really a RX 580 in that one. Seems to have 2 netbook, a smoking yellow desktop. Hi and Dunk, welcome to Respawn PC. Let's check out that loot. On the table I have everything the guy gave me. 1 box with more boxes, 1 box with that seems to be some e-waste peripheral, and 1 tasty elder PC. Let's start with the visible mess, a rat nest of e-waste peripheral, a really nice rat nest of old office mouse, and some kind of C-pen. Not sure what's that for. Next up, it's a external hard drive. It's a Seagate 1.5 gigabyte. I'm going to test that later if it's still functional. Seems to have loose part inside it. I'm not even sure if it's what's supposed to be inside is inside. Seals to be removed. Next is a random fan, CPU cooler. After that, a network card from D-Link. After that, some cable e-waste, extension Molex for SATA. Then some memory, all CZ with a nice cooler on it. 2 gigabyte each. Then another memory, SLI DDR2, SLI. So this means it's a dual channel memory. After that, I got 2 Western Digital Black. 1 terabyte each. Yeah, 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM. Next up, 3 SSD Intel. It's a really nice add to the collection, I guess. Is the Intel 5500S 120 gig. 3 times 120 gig. A nice startup drive for some budget PC. This is one of the pièces of résistance of the whole lot. He didn't list it in the Kijiji ads that I get. I first saw just the cooling tubing, then I saw the cooling rad. So I mean there was something else at the other hand. And then surprise! This is a AVGA GTX Hybrid 980 Ti. I really hope that thing is functional. Even if I got everything free, this thing, even if I had to buy a lot for a cheap price, they will make the whole package worth. A little bit dusty, but we're going to clean that later on and test it also, for sure. Next is a laptop box. I guess this is the 2 video card that was listing on the ad. See, this is a AVGA again, GTS 250. Super dusty also. Then the other one, probably the 560 Ti. Yeah, exactly. So this is the AVGA again, 560 Ti. A nice little card again. Yes, it's quite out of dates, but I guess for kids 10 years old and less can play their lazy game or non-demanding game. I won't say light gaming because it's never light. It's just what kind of game you play with your computer. After that, that is the laptop I was looking forward when I get the guy on Kijiji. And there's a free 320 HDD hard drive. Then there's the small netbook, Acer 1. It's a Intel Atom N455, 1 GB of DDR3, and no power, and don't seem to have EC adapter either. I will need to find out on eBay to get a new one. Then some, I'm not sure I can call that e-waste, a brand new DVD -R 4-pack. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. Then here's the MSI Armor RX 480. That's what I thought was going to be the pièce of résistance when I get all the box from these guys. The box is heavy, seems to have something inside, but at my big surprise, it was not a RX 580 inside. Yes, it's still a ATI, and compared to the 980 Ti, it's the second best graphic card I got in the lot. Still hold. It's a Radeon HD 6950. Yeah, what I can say, I won't say no. I got it free. If it's functional, I'm up for building another computer with it and flip it. A bit deceiving it's not the RX 580 though. I would love to have this card. So, with all that, I got a loot of 4 graphics cards, 2 which are really old, and 2 which can still hold themselves quite well in some gaming. And the 980 Ti for sure is can still play a lot of AAA games. Now let's jump to that yellow teeth color desktop that he gave me with it. He told me that this PC was functional with quad core. Have a graphics card, seems to be NVIDIA XFX. It's a XFX 8800 GT, so it's a 512 megabytes graphic card. I guess it's a good collection card. Maybe I can sell that on eBay or build a small PC with it. Hard drive got 500 gigabyte Western Green. Okay, I won't say no, I guess. No RAM install, but it seems to be DDR2, so I guess the memory that came with separately in the box will fit in. Yeah, exactly. So that's the DDR2 that go inside that computer. The power supply is a Thermaltake TR430, so it's a 430 watt power supply. I don't like a huge power supply, but if it is working and pass the test, then I'm up for another deal. So here's the lot. Multiple graphics card, some hard drive, SSD, DDR2 memory, external drive, a old junky PC, but the best is this one, the 980. So let's rebuild that old yellow PC that the guy gave me. That's supposed to be a quad core. I'm going to put back the graphics card that was already installed in it, the NVIDIA XFX 8800 GT, 500 megabytes DDR3. And while doing so, I'll show you in the top corner when I installed the OCZ memory that was in the lot, because I find it was the one looking the most cool between the SLI NVIDIA and this one, the OCZ. They're both 2 gigabyte PC2 6400. So when I try to boot up the computer with it, I get a blank screen. All the fan was spinning at max speed and nothing appeared on the screen. So bye bye OCZ. Then I have to use the SLI NVIDIA. I don't really get some kind of partnership with it. After that, I PC check everything, make sure everything is functional. I also installed the Lexar 128GB with Windows 10 installation to make everything faster and easier to monitor. So here we have the 8800 GT, detect by GPU-Z. That would be perfect. It's a really old card, I grant you that. And unfortunately that's not a quad core, this is a dual core. He told me it was a quad core. Anyway, it was free. All 4GB is detected, I mean 2 times 2 GB. Perfect. Can jump to the next graphic card, which was the GTS 250. Also, this one is functional. Perfect. So we have 2 graphic card working on the lot so far. Also a old graphic card. I didn't clean up yet. I want to test if it's functional before trying to clean anything. But this is another graphic card functional. Next up it was the GTX 560 Ti. Another less old card, but still old. Functional again. Perfect. Now 3 card functional. And all the fans spin normally. Nothing to say really about it. It's really old. Next, as you can hear, this is not a HD 6950, it's a Boeing 747. The fans spin at max speed. I've tried in another system, still the same thing. There's a dual bias on that card and both gave the same issue. Probably going to check it later, more deep later on. But for now, it go on the bench. So I have my first defect one. And now, my biggest hope is the EVGA GTX 980 Ti. Unfortunately, I don't have a power supply that have the 6 and 8 pin combo. And neither the adapter to just try it up. But I get a picture on the screen. The fan is spinning normally. So I got that. I'll be able to test it properly when I get the proper power supply. So it will be in the next video. I'm going to benchmark, clean, and install those graphic cards and see what they can play. Not what. Not if they can play. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub and see you to the next next video.